Hello and welcome to Guru Search Academy's YouTube channel. Hope you guys are preparing well for CLAT PG examination. This video will help you understand what are the topics that you need to revise at the last minute in company law. Now, as you all know that company law has become very important for CLAT and ALET PG lately because they have started asking a lot of questions from this area in the recent years, both in CLAT as well as ALET PG. So undoubtedly, this is one of the important areas that can be asked in your 2024 exam as well. Now we know that company law is very vast. It is not possible for us to go through it entirely because it literally is one of the bulkier subjects and it is not possible, especially in the last 15 to 20 days, to cover the subject. So since it is not possible to cover it entirely, we are going to discuss 3-4 very important topics in company law that have a very high chance of coming. So whenever you are revising company law, make sure to revise these topics particularly. So let's see what are these topics that you have to cover at least in your last revision before your exam. So first topic will be incorporation of a company. So everything related to incorporation of a company, what are the requirements, what is the minimum number of members that are required to form particular companies, what is the role of registrar, what are the disclosures and documents that are required for incorporation of a company, what are the provisions with respect to name of a company, reservation of name. So do revise all of these provisions with respect to company law. The second very important topic you should not miss is the issue of prospectus, shares and debentures. So you have to specially look at the definition of all these terms, that what is a prospectus, what are shares, what are debentures, how are they defined under the Companies Act 2013. And then you have to independently also look at some of the provisions with respect to prospectus, what are the different types of shares and what is the meaning of debentures and how can they be issued. The third very important thing you should not miss is the provision with respect to directors and meetings. So you should know that in a public company and in a private company, what is the minimum and the maximum number of directors which are permissible, what are the requirements for a director to be eligible, what are the disqualifications, and with respect to meetings, what are the different kind of meetings of the board, general meetings, AGM, EGM. So all these basic provisions with respect to directors and meetings have to be covered. Lastly, you should read about corporate social responsibility, which is given in section 135 of the Companies Act 2013. You should know the requirements with respect to what is the minimum requirement for a company which will cover it under CSR, how much percentage of the profits are they supposed to devote for this, and what is the implication if that amount is not spent. So basically you should cover section 135 in detail. So these are the 4 topics that you should definitely not miss. Of course, company law is huge and there are other areas as well which can be important, but given that you don't have much time, you should definitely at least focus on these 4 topics. Now, apart from this, apart from revising your concepts, you should also read summary of recent judgments on company law. So if you would know that recently a judgment had come on the constitutionality of the provisions of auditor under the Companies Act. So you should definitely make sure that you go through that judgment. Other than that, also see what judgments have come in the last 1.5 years. Next is you should solve mock questions on company law for practice, because company law is huge. And if you want to cover maximum area in minimum time, then you should definitely go for mock tests or mock questions. So I hope this video has been helpful for you. If you like this video, please like and share and subscribe to our YouTube channel.